Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello, grade ones, and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa, and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is seeds, bushes, and trees. And before we get into any lessons, boys and girls, we know that we need to sanitize. So let us take our sanitizer and sing our special sanitizing song. Sanitize every day so the germs can stay away. Sanitize every day so the germs can stay away. Yay! Good job, everyone! For today's lesson, we will be talking about vocabulary, sight words, and length. For our lesson, boys and girls, let us begin by going to page 6. On page 6, we are going to be doing our vocabulary words. Remember, vocabulary words are important because they widen our vocabulary. We should try and use any new words we find every time we are writing and speaking. For today's words, we have carrot, potato, tomato, onion, corn. Well done. Let's say them again. Carrot, potato, tomato, onion, corn. Good job. Now, as you can see, we have pictures of each and every one of them. And I can tell you this, all of them are very healthy vegetables. So, I want you to try and remember them as well as use them for your next exercise. You're going to fill in the missing letters for each of them and then look for them in the word search below. I'm going to help you with a few of those things. So let's start by filling in some of the missing letters. Now we have the word potato. As you can see, it starts with the letter P. So we need to look for the missing letters, the same ones that are in your vocabulary words. So the word potato starts with a P, then O, then we have our T, and we have an A, and then a T, and then an O. Potato. Good job, everyone. So go ahead and fill in those missing letters. After that, we have the word carrot. Now, we all know carrots are very, very healthy. So it's going to be our job to fill in the missing 2 letters to complete the word. The first letter we can see is a C. And then we go A. Then we have our 2 R's and an O. Carrot. Very good. So go ahead and also fill in those missing letters. The last one we're going to do together is the word corn. Now, this one's simple because it's only one that's missing. So go ahead and fill that one in as well. When you're done, I'd like you to read your words and check that they match the ones for the vocabulary, the ones with the pictures. We have the word potato, carrot, and corn. Now that we're done with that, I'd like you to now do your word search. Remember, when we're doing a word search, we need to start by looking for the first letter of each word. In this case, our first letter is P. So, it's either we start by going across or down. I'm going to start by going down. I can't find P, and yes, I found one. So there's a P here, then an O, then a T, and an A, another T, and an O. Well done, everyone. So go ahead and circle your word. Remember to only circle the letters you need and make sure it's neat. You come round and you go exactly where you started. So, to make sure that you don't look for it again, please cross it out. After that, we're going to go and look for the word carrot. Now, we are going to begin with our C. We have a C here, an A, oh, 2 R's, and an O and a T. That was easy. So go ahead and circle the word carrot once you find it. Take your time, don't rush circling, and you can even use different colors. Make sure that your circling is nice and neat around the letters. Try hard not to circle the letters you don't need. The last one that we're going to do together today is the word corn. Now again, we're going to start by going across. There's a C here, but there is no O, so I have to move on. There's nothing so far. There's no C. There's one, and there's an O this side, and an R, and an N. So we have found the word corn. Please circle it neatly and make sure that you do not circle any letters you don't need. So go ahead and finish that one, boys and girls. I know you're going to have fun with it. And when you're done with that page, I want you to please move on to the next one, page 7. On page 7, we're going to continue with our sight words. Now remember, sight words are words we often see and use sometimes. So it's going to be our job to first read the words and then trace them. After tracing them, we need to write them. And then we need to circle our sight words below. From circling in the sentences that we can see, we are going to now choose the sight words to write in our own sentences. Let's start by reading our sight words. We have the words jump, see, run, play. Well done. Let's read them again. Jump, see, run, play. Good job. So the first thing after reading is to trace each and every word. Remember to follow the rules of tracing. The first one is to make sure you follow each and every trace dot. The next one is to press your pencil down hard when you are tracing. And the last one is to take your time, because people who rush make mistakes. Let's now see how best we can actually trace the words that we have seen. We have the two words jump and see. Now I'm going to begin with the word jump on the board, and I want you to also trace in your booklet. So let's take a look at the board to see how we can trace the word jump. Now the word jump is fairly easy, but we need to make sure that we follow each trace line. So we will begin here and we go down and flick for the legs. Good job. And don't forget its head. Part of the letter has its head there, so please make sure you don't forget it. The next letter, we go round, going down and up and down again. Don't forget its leg as you go down. The next one that we have, we start by going down first, then come up the same way, and we go round, up the same way, and we go round again. So this letter has 3 legs. Make sure that each and every leg is seen. The last one starts by going down and it crosses the bottom line. It comes back up and it goes round. Very good. Don't forget the ear because that one is also very important for that letter too. So we have finished the word jump. Now we need to do the word see. Let us begin. We start by going round and round. Good job. Make sure that the back is not too big and the front is not too long either. Let's now do the rest. We have across and round. Take your time, boys and girls. Sometimes going round is a bit difficult. And there we have the first one. And we do exactly the same for the next one. We go across and round. Don't forget to follow all the trace lines. Good job. Now you are going to write these letters by yourselves. Make sure that you write the word neatly on the space that has been provided. After that, you're now going to choose 2 of our sight words to make sentences. I have made 2 sentences here. The first one says, I see a dog. Now, the sight word we have chosen is the word see. So, this is the word I have used for my sentence. And by the way, boys and girls, make sure you start your sentence with a capital letter and end it with a full stop. The next one says, I can jump high. Don't forget your full stop. If we are saying I can jump high, our sight word for this sentence is the word jump. So make sure that when you are doing your sight words, please look for them carefully and use them in sentences. Say your sentence out loud before you write it down. And don't forget your capital letter and your full stop. So take your time with this exercise, boys and girls. If you get stuck, you can always ask an adult for help. Have fun with both of the pages and use the words as we go along this week. I'll see you when you're done after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
Now, boys and girls, let us go to page 8 for the last part of our exercise. On page 8, we are going to be doing length. Now, length is when we measure how long something is or how short something is. Today, it's going to be our job to arrange the objects according to the longest. And then we move to the next one and to the last one, the shortest. So we have 3 things that we're going to be taking a look at. We have a pencil, sharpener, and a crayon. Now, let's take a look at these 3 things to see which one is the longest. Now, I have the same things in the classroom. And the first thing we're going to take a look at is the pencil. Now, as you can see, the pencil seems to be something that's quite long. I can't have Or rather, I can still hold the pencil in my one hand, but it's very difficult for me to actually measure it. So that means it is long. So we're going to go ahead and put it first as the longest item. The next thing that we're going to take a look at is the sharpener. Now, as you can see, if we compare the pencil to the sharpener, definitely the pencil is longer than the sharpener. So we're going to leave our pencil first here, and then after that, we are going to compare the sharpener to our crayon. If you check the difference in length for our sharpener and our crayon, it looks like our crayon is longer. So it is going to come after our pencil. And then the last one will be our sharpener. So this is the order that we have arranged them in, from longest to shortest. So that means our pencil is first, then our crayon, and then after that we have our sharpener. Now the next part of our exercise is a little bit different. Let's see what they would like us to do. After arranging the 3 items, it's going to be our job to complete the sentences by choosing the correct word, either longer or shorter. I'm going to read one of the sentences for you. The first one says, the sharpener is dash than the crayon. The sharpener is dash than the crayon. Let's see, is the sharpener longer or shorter? Now, according to how we have put our order, it seems like the sharpener is shorter than the crayon. Well done! Because remember, we said the first one is the pencil, and then we have the crayon, and then the shortest one is the sharpener. So the sharpener is shorter than the crayon. For number 3, they have asked us to measure the following items using our hand spans. Now, what is a hand span, you might be asking? Well, let me show you. Now, our hands are very beautiful and very important, and we can use them to measure anything. What we call a hand span is the length from your middle finger all the way to your thumb. This becomes the hand span. So we measure from the tip of the middle finger all the way to our thumb, and that becomes a hand span. So now with our hand span, I want you to measure the following things. The first thing they want us to measure is a book. So go ahead and get any book. I have my book here that I'm going to try and measure with my hand span. So to measure it, I'm going to start from the tip of my middle finger all the way with my thumb. And I'm going to spread them out. Now, as you can see, it looks like my book length is 1 hand span. So I'm going to say my book is 1 hand span. But for you, because your fingers are a little bit smaller, it might be maybe 2. Now that we have mentioned the book and measured it, let's now take the table. The table you have at home and the table that I have in the classroom also need to be measured with our hand span. So again, we start at the tip of our middle finger and move all the way to our thumb. You begin by the side of the table, and 1 hand span is already there. You measure with your other hand, you lift it up, and you place your middle finger where your thumb is keeping the place. So I have measured 2 hand spans. Let me keep on going. I have my finger here to help me remember where it is. I lift up my hand and place my middle finger where my finger is, and I spread out, and this is 3 hand spans. Let's keep on going. 4 handspans. I can also turn it so that it will be comfortable for me to measure. 5 handspans. Let's keep going. 6 handspans. 7 handspans. And a bit, I'm going to say around 8 handspans. So my table is 8 handspans long. You have to measure the table at your house. And then after that, you can answer the 2 questions that are waiting for us after we have actually measured. So the last 2 questions say which item is the longest? Is it the book or is it the table? And then the last one says, which item is the shortest? Is it the book or is it the table? Now that's up to you. So you have a lot of homework to do. So don't forget to first look at the pencil, the crayon and the sharpener. And then after that, look for a book to measure with your handspan and the table as well. Then you can answer the questions below. Have fun, and I'll see you when you're done after the advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn, and more. We distribute countrywide in over 10 different languages.
Boys and girls, we have now come to the end of our lesson and I hope you had fun. I know I did. Remember, if you're not sure what to do or you got a little bit confused, that's okay. You can always ask an adult for help. But make sure that you finish your work by yourself. So now that we are done with our lesson, boys and girls, it's time to sanitize. Remember, how do we sanitize? Well, we rub inside our hands, around our hands, in between our fingers, on our wrists, and our fingertips too. Make sure that your hands are dry before you touch anything else. I wonder where Sashi is today. I have not seen him. Sashi? He's playing games. Hi, Sashi. How are you? So, from Sashi and I, we would like to say thank you for joining us today and goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, My Zone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.